Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Intervista from 1987. It's the 14th film in the Essential Fellini 1950 to 1987 collection. It's directed by Federico Fellini and stars Sergio Rubini and Antonella Ponziani. Even though this is the last film in this Fellini collection, don't go thinking it's the final film he made. No, he would continue working on it to the early 1990s. Also, don't think that these 14 films were his only films, because they were not. First off, I hope I found enough photos for this video, but if it ends up repeating, you know now why. The film may have not been Fellini's last film, but it should have, and not because he lost his touch in the 90s or anything like that. It's because of the film that Intervista is. It's a largely meta film about Federico Fellini both commenting on his filmmaking past, present, and even a little bit of his future. There are two parts of this movie I want to make sure I talk about before I run out of time, and so the first part is that there's a good chunk of this film that is basically a filmed flashback of Fellini's first day visiting the film studio in Rome, where he would end up filming all his films when he wasn't filming on location. I love this section of the movie because it's a real love letter to the studio that housed his filmmaking for over 3 decades as young Fellini goes around visiting different productions and characters in the studio as he is on his way to interview an actress, as back then he was just a journalist. The second thing I want to talk about is when he bumps into actor Marcello Mastroianni, who starred in his film La Dolce Vita, and the two decide to give actress Anita Ekberg, also from La Dolce Vita, a nostalgic visit. Seeing the two actors watching a few scenes they did together in La Dolce Vita the years before brings a smile to my face and a tear to my eye. It really is a beautiful moment as these two people are watching their past selves on the screen. It's a true delight. I pretty much like everything else about this film, and I go so far as to say I love it. In fact, I was watching it early in the morning, and when my husband woke up and came downstairs to me watching it, I couldn't wait to explain the specifics of part of the plot, specifically the flashbacks to Fellini's first day at the studio. This film brings me so much joy that it makes me almost forget that those 3 lesser Fellini films exist. I'm going to give Intervista an A+ because, yeah, it had me from scene 1. And I'd give the Essential Fellini 1950 to 1987 collection as a whole a B- because its highs were incredible, but the very few lows were pretty far down there. Tomorrow it's the horror film Event Horizon. See y'all then.